We now welcome our second place finisher in today's Hollywood Casino 400 here at Kansas Speedway, Martin Truex Jr., driver of the number 56 Napa Auto Parts Toyota. Martin, take us through that exciting race out there today.
Well, it was wild one, that's for sure. We whole different. We were second here in the spring, but today was a whole different mood. Obviously, we had to battle for this one all day long, and we didn't quite have second place car there for a while, but. Fought track position most of the day. We started 16th, and we didn't qualify all that well, and we worked our way up to the top 5 early, and then we got caught by that caution and had to get the wave around and all that. So we came from the back to finish second, which is really hard to do at a place like this with where it's hard to pass, new pavement, and the restarts are pretty tough. So good battle for us today. We got a great car. The guys did a really nice job, and it's nice to come out of here with a good finish, and looking forward to the rest of the season.
Okay, we'll start here in the media center with questions, and then we'll go up to the press box. We'll start in the back, then come up to Randy.
Ryan Ragland with the Gardner Edge. How much difference did you have between Thursday and Friday with the cloud cover, and then you come up Friday and Saturday? You had the 2-day practices, or the 2 practices Saturday with the sun coming out. All of a sudden you come up just before you guys get started. Here comes the cloud and a little bit of the wind. Yeah,
it was definitely a lot different. This place changed so much, and we see it every time we go to a place that's a repave, but especially the faster places like here, the first couple of days of testing it was very cold. The wind was really blowing hard, and and then like you said, Friday for practice it warmed up and it got really slick out there. Yesterday the track lost a ton of grip in practice, and even though today it seemed to cool off and get clouded up a little bit, I felt like the track was very, very similar to yesterday's practice when the sun was out and the temps were up and there wasn't a lot of wind. So still thought yesterday was, yesterday's practice, the track was a very good representation of what we were going to get today, and we had the same trouble with our car today we had yesterday, and I didn't feel like it was that much different.
Okay, we'll take our next question from Randy. Go ahead.
Martin, Randy Kovitz, Kansas City Star. I got 2 questions, one about the track and one about you. All the cautions, I mean.
Crazy.
So what do you attribute all the
crashes?
So what do you attribute the crashes to?
The crashes caused the cautions.
Yeah.
There was 2 grooves out there today, but obviously even the second groove wasn't very high. So and the bottom lane was definitely the place to be on restarts unless you were the leader and you could control the start, as we've seen at the end. 17 had really good restarts on the outside. But when you're back in traffic, it always seemed better to be on the bottom. And anytime, at least for me, when I was on the outside, my car was really, really loose. And so I was trying to stay as low as I could. And, I noticed a lot of other guys doing it. And when you get down on that car inside you get him loose. And the bottom line is everybody was just running really tight, really close together because the groove wasn't that wide, and it caused some problems.
So your assessment of the repave and the banking and everything?
I thought it was great. I mean, I was definitely surprised and excited that the outside groove came in so early in the race. You can definitely feel that extra banking up there, and I feel like when this track gets a little bit of weather to it, obviously they've pretty tough winters up here. I think even next year we're going to see it's going to start to spread out already, and we'll be able to take advantage of that progressive banking. So I thought they did a great job with the paving. The track's really smooth, and Goodyear did a great job. Obviously, no tire problems all weekend, so that was a huge step after what happened at Michigan. And with the speeds we had here this weekend, they did a phenomenal job of bringing a tire, and we had no blistering or heat issues or anything. So I think we only changed left side tires one time all day today, and we changed rights a few times, but we were putting some laps on the tires. So everybody did a good job with everything like that.
You and Matt, I mean, you're in the chase, but you're
yeah.
out of the chase. Just talk about the mentality for guys like you who don't have a chance at winning the championship. That are still.
Well, there's always a chance. I mean, if as long as there's more racing to go, there's always a chance. Obviously, we're further back than we want to be, and but you can't change that. Those races are behind us now, and we just got to do what we did today. Let's try to go out and win races. We definitely want to win before the year's out, our team, and. We've been close a bunch of times and let a few slip away here and there, but hopefully we'll be able to do that before the season's out. And we just go each weekend to the racetrack and try to be a good help for our teammates. Try to do the best job we can to put all 3 of our cars up in the front, and that's what we're going to continue to do.
Okay, we'll take one more down here and then go upstairs.
Martin Brad Fanning from KCTV5 here in Kansas City. 14 cautions and all those crashes. I mean, how much of that is luck? I mean, to be able to finish as high as you did today.
Well, when they happen around you, you don't get in them. You have to have some sort of luck, obviously. You know, if you cause them, it's sometimes not luck, but you know, there's a lot of luck involved in racing. Obviously, you have to prepare. You know, you have to be well prepared. You have to have a great team. You got to do everything right. But there is you know, some luck that's involved in racing. You know, you get a guy that crashes in front of you and you have nowhere to go, or a guy that gets loose underneath you and hits you when it's none of your fault. You know, there's things that come into a lot of things. A lot of times, luck can dictate your racing. But at the end of the day, the great teams are still, you know, the guys that are the most consistent. And I think the luck is. You know, when it happens to you, you always think you're the one, you know, that has all the bad luck. I've said it a million times, you know, that I wish I had better luck. But there's some things you just can't change. You just got to go out and do your job the best you can, and hope to be the best prepared and have the best team you can, and drive your butt off.
Were you very lucky today?
I was lucky a few times today. Yeah, there was a few times when the 18 and them guys all crashed off 4, I was right behind them. So, you know, I had a little bit of luck. Obviously, they went down the track and not came back up into me.
All right, we'll go to the press box for a question.
Lee Spencer, Fox Sports. Martin, can you talk a little bit, or did you hear during the course of the race, NASCAR officials come over the radio and tell you guys that if you slowed down beyond the minimum, you would be penalized for going beyond the minimum speed during the race? And
you're talking about under cautions when guys were getting passed?
Yeah, when they were trying to save fuel.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the rule is you have to maintain your speed, and so if you're shutting your car off, fine, but you got to stay somewhat close to the guy in front of you, a car length or two. You know, there's a couple instances where I actually gained a spot twice because the caution came out and they let off, and the whole field's still going, and they're just sitting there. So you're just going around them and catch up to the field. It happened a few times today, obviously, and if you listen every week in the drivers' meeting, they say you have to maintain. You know, your spot on the track and your track position, and you're supposed to stay closed up. So if you leave 30 car lengths to the next guy, you know, you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Any other questions from the press box?
No other questions from the press box.
Any questions down here? Okay, go ahead. We've got one right here on the left.
Martin Scott Traylor, Sports Radio 810 WHB, Racing Boys Radio. When you enter the corner, how much are you backing up the corner, and where do you pick up the gas? And was the slick part when you went back to the gas? I mean, just take it through the moment that the car would try to step out on you a little bit.
Definitely the slickest spot today was going off into turn 3 when you were completely out of the gas, still in the brakes a little, just trying to turn it down into the bottom. Turn 3 was definitely the loosest spot on the track. So with this repave, it seemed to have a lot of grip, but for some reason that one spot in turn 3 was pretty slick. As far as, you know, most guys were pretty loose there all day that I seen, and I was as well.